is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. And this carries into the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Two and now on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
7-yard pickup.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because
and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this, and this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
5-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. Now here's Pollard. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Cardinals 3, Dolphins nothing.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that...
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up with safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood Marquise Brown with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Extra point.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Cardinals 12. Dolphins nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled at the 30.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
So here's a first and 10 now down inside the 20. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets...
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but hold on, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Tua to try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Buda Baker with a pick, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the third quarter. But things don't improve fast then. I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now 2nd and 6.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. Dancing to his left. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Here's Tua. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the rookie Isaiah Simmons. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
That hold coming from the middle of the line to center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cards continue to pour it on. And the route is on here in this first half.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
At the 23-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Tua, a final shot before half. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie from Florida, C.J. Henderson. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for Miami.
The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. The big play to start them out has them at the 45 already. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 22 more yards there and another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Going to run again here with Pollard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Number 25.
Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Monogany on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
They do go for it. It's Tagovailoa. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Josh Allen on the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game is certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Now Pollard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jonnu Smith, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
5-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Tua wants to throw it on second down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
19 yards.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tua sets up to pass it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
Third down. And 8 yards to go.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. T.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Tua on 4th down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time, as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all. Haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, Stan. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter. And the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? Executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying,